Up, y'all? This is Mikey.
And this is Nick.
We're going to be hitting you up with the Week 6 NFL picks and our guess on who the fantasy stud is for each and every game, who wins, and what the score is. Actually, we should go back one of these days and see how good we did.
I'm almost positive I'm in the lead for
Who's that?
sure, 100% by at least six,
That's debatable.
by a
That's debatable.
minimum of six. So, and also you just copy all my picks. So, if you're doing well, it's because of
Mm,
me.
it's like okay. You just said that you were watching like Jeopardy and shit like that the other day. Didn't you watch the Price is Right?
Yeah,
Bitch, if I put one or if I put $1 over or under yours, I'm just using your pick.
that's. I meant Wheel of Fortune, not Price is Right. How,
Whatever. Whatever.
dude? I can't believe that Drew Carey's like just out here doing it.
Dude, hey, fuck it. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
I know. They used to be my show back in the day, the Drew Carey show, the Mimi.
It was all right. I didn't care for it, but I mean, I'd watch it here and there. It was okay.
Right.
Didn't that one chick just passed away from 2.5 Men?
Oh, the big lady? Yeah, I know. What's her? Like
Yeah.
I forgot her name, but yeah, she was in a
Yeah,
lot of
she,
good
she,
movies.
yeah,
She,
she was 77 years old. I didn't realize that she was that old either.
I know. She was in like a lot of Adam Sandler movies too. She's a she's
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
she's a low key G dude. R.I.P. her. I forgot her name. Dang.
Right. I remembered her name. I would say it, but I don't.
Right. Like God. Whoops. But anyway, that leads
All
us
right.
into the perfect segue of the division battle of the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans.
Ooh. Texans are 1-4. The one win coming after Bill O'Brien gets fired.
Oh no, we got a catastrophe going on. I know.
Momentum.
Who's Romeo Cornell's the interim coach, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he has
Yep.
experience. He's a defensive coach. You know, I don't know. Like that team just did so many bad moves. I don't know what that team's problem was. I don't know if they have momentum moving forward.
I think it's hard for teams to find their identity. That's a bit. It really is a big part of each year. The team has to find out who the fuck they are. Who's their identity? Are they a run team? Are they an option team? Are they a passing team? Are they a, what the fuck are they? And a
Yeah.
lot of teams, including the 49ers that we'll talk about,
David Johnson had
uh,
a good week one, and then after that, like I really honestly haven't
because he
heard
played
his.
against the trash defense week one. Who did they play again week one?
Oh wow, we could pull up the stats real quick to see where the Niners are ranked right now.
Oh
We
God, Homer! Don't you can't even take a joke.
but yeah, they weren't too hot. That run D is not too hot this year right now. We'll get it together though.
Hey, all right. So who's picking first? Are you picking first? All right. You know what? No, I'm picking first. Since you want to talk some shit. So we got Houston against Tennessee, right?
Yeah, he wants to pick first with the easiest game. Go for it.
This is a tough one, man. It
It
really is
is.
closer than you think.
Is it?
Yeah, a motivated Houston team.
It's a division
I think
game too,
Deshaun's gonna have.
so
I think Deshaun's gonna have a good game. I think Deshaun's gonna go off. Well, okay, I take that back. I have Tennessee winning this game, but Houston can win it if Deshaun goes off, which he's capable of. That makes sense.
yeah.
But I pick Tennessee to win this game 27-21. 27, no, I'll say 27-24, even closer. And I think that the fantasy stud, or I guess what do we mean by that? It's like highest points, I guess, right?
Yeah. Who's gonna have the
I
highest
think
fantasy performance?
I'm gonna stick with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I could see them because Deshaun's one of those quarterbacks who could put up 400 or 500 yards any game. I
He
mean,
can run the ball in the end zone twice.
True. It doesn't help that D Hop left him, but Brandon Cooks had a game. I mean, that receiving core is kind of coming together. That they got
Duke
that
Johnson's back.
they got that monster tight end Fells or no no the other guy like Akers or
Oh yeah, I know you're talking. Yeah, yeah.
oh my that guy is enormous, dude, and he likes him down in the red zone. He's like Hunter Henry, dude. This guy's a unit. But I got the Titans. I think they'll win this game like 28-14, and I think they're just gonna pound the
You don't
rock.
think you think Deshaun Watson's going to be held to 14 points?
Yeah, Titans defense is really good.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
So how many?
I like Mike Vrabel. I like what he does. They got a tough defense, division game. I think they'll run the ball. Derrick Henry will have a couple touchdowns, 100 yards. You know.
That's your fantasy stud.
Oh yeah, Derrick Henry, King Henry. Like Jesus Christ, can we just for 1 second? It's already been beaten to death over the internet, but he literally just
Not enough.
he literally just flung Josh Norman out the way.
I watched I watched that live. I was literally watching the game, and for some reason, you know how sometimes your mind plays tricks on you, and you like at the time you don't see it, but when you look back, you see like a different visual something.
Yeah,
Like so, I look back on that part, and I literally envision Derrick Henry laughing. Can't even see his face, but that's what my mind does.
like haha, peasant, get out of here.
Like, what? Who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, it was kind of like when Aaron Donald hip tossed somebody the other week.
Yeah, Wirfs, Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah, like dang kid, get
I
hip
saw that live
tossed.
too, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck did he just?" Like, nobody even reacted to it like real time. Nobody said anything. The
Right,
commentators didn't say anything. I was like, "Did nobody just fucking see that?"
just clean got judo thrown.
Dude went Greco-Roman real quick.
All right, so that brings us to the Bengals and the Colts. Uh,
So you said the last game was the easiest game.
right. I'll go ahead and just I'll say that the Colts win this game pretty handily. You know, 30-7 maybe. I think I think they'll put up quite a few points, and that T.Y. Hilton has his first big game of the season, and he's going to be the fantasy breakout performer with 100 and a couple scores.
He does need a game. He's due. He's overdue.
He hasn't done literally anything. I mean, if he's going to do anything, it's against this team. So Jesus.
I don't know if Philip Rivers is like. I don't think they mesh very well.
Yeah, because I don't know. He might be just running too many go routes, and they might be working the big guys over the middle, and he's just not throwing it. Or
Right.
I don't watch the Colts though.
So wait a minute. Who's your fantasy performer?
T.Y. Hilton, his one and
That's
only
right.
his one and only game to start him.
It's a tough one to pick the fantasy a stud in this one. I mean, it's easy to pick the winner. I'm picking the Colts, 27-13. Um, Joe, I just want to quickly touch on this. Joe Mixon is trash.
He'll have like one good game and then four garbage games and then a good game and then he'll have like three good games. It's like, bruh, have some consistency, dude.
Right. Well,
Dude,
and we're being recorded, and we're going to post this on YouTube, so I'll take that back. He's not trash. First off, he plays in the NFL. He's one of the best players in the world.
nah, he's garbage.
He's very he's inconsistent for an NFL starting caliber running back.
Yeah, to say the least. Like
Right.
him and
So
Kenny and Drake, man, holy Christmas. Y'all are just murdering me out here. I
yeah,
just want y'all to know that. Like, man to man, y'all are killing me.
I mean, yeah, what 60 points in fantasy this week? Whoa.
Right, like,
Um,
and then my boy Dalvin gets hurt. Like, my goodness, dude.
right. That's got him in Bobby's league, so I mean he'll be back week 8 after the bye. But anyway, so I got 27-13 for the Colts. Um, fantasy stud in this one. Man, it's tough. I'm gonna go on a I want to say Jonathan Taylor. Probably wants to say Jonathan Taylor, but I'm gonna go on a limb and I'm gonna say Mo Ali Cox has 2 touchdown passes.
And he's almost surpassed Jack Doyle on the depth chart. Him and Rivers are, clicking. And here I am with Jack Doyle. Like, but this game could be interesting with the Falcons and the Vikings. So,
That's gonna be a high scoring game, I think.
yeah. I feel like this game could either be a complete dud or it's going to be like 35-38, you know what I mean?
I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. It could be close. It might not be close. Like when I say not close, I don't mean like fucking 30-3. I mean like I can see a 38-30. To me, that's close in the game.
Right.
Actually, I'm going to use that as my score. I'm going to say 38-30. I'm going to say Atlanta wins the game, and that's because Dalvin Cook is out. And if Dalvin Cook plays, then just swap a team for me.
Yeah.
If Dalvin Cook is out, the Falcons win 38-30. If Dalvin Cook is in, the Vikings win 38-30.
But he's out. He's already ruled out, right? He has like a groin or a hammy or something.
I don't know if he's actually. I didn't see that he was actually ruled out for sure. I know it was definitely in doubt.
Okay.
Um, so I think my fantasy stud in this one, I'm gonna say win or lose, is gonna be Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. Yeah, that kid's actually been coming along kind of quietly. Cousins,
Right?
Cousins, man, I swear to God, like, what is this guy's problem? What, like 1 week? I just don't get him. I truly don't. I don't even want to talk about him. He's so horrible.
Broken record, dude. It's
It's grotesque the way this guy plays. Like why don't like? But then sometimes he'll make a crazy throw to fucking Kyle Rudolph.
exactly.
He'll
He
be
has those
he'll be
wild throws.
atrocious, and then all of a sudden a dime to fucking Jefferson or Rudolph in the back of the end zone to save the game. It's like, bro, like, consistency, my guy.
Right. That's all. I mean, that's the problem in the NFL with quarterbacks. If you don't have consistency, you're not going to be Super Bowl caliber team unless you have a top 3 defense.
Yep. And speaking of consistent, Cam Newton was playing pretty well first couple weeks he played, and then he's back this week against the Denver Broncos. So, oh wait, I never gave my prediction for the Minnesota game. That's me.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
was going to say
I'll say 35-28. Um, the dang, that's a tough game.
right.
I feel like the Vikings are gonna squeak this out, but my top fantasy performer is gonna go Calvin Ridley.
That's what I was thinking too. But
I think the Vikings win the game, but I think Calvin Ridley balls out. The kid's been performing. Julio Jones is non-existent
Todd
this
Gurley is
year.
back, man.
Todd Gurley's been performing. He's
I
been
see.
he's been per- but what it is he's only been getting 15 touches a game, but that might be what he needs in order to be Todd Gurley. And if they got somebody to come in and
And he gets
spell him,
good. He gets good touches. They give him touches in the red zone, like in the on the 5 yard, like that
yeah,
deep into the red zone. He gets touches. That's
right. They might take him out of the game inside like 40-40. You know what I'm saying?
right.
If it makes sense to you, field position wise, like all right, you know, don't we'll put you in the red zone. 40 on in when we need our playmaker, and we'll monitor your snaps
And
that
you put
way.
you put a scat back in the back when you're closer to between the 40s.
Exactly. But that's gonna be so this Patriots game with Cam coming
Who are they
back,
playing? Who's
the Broncos.
Patriots and the Broncos? Cam's coming back. Oof. Who's got this one first? You do?
Yeah. I like the Patriots in this game. They got, like I said, Cam's coming back. Edelman's getting healthy. The defense is still playing pretty well. Broncos are, littered with injuries. Locke is still out, I believe. Um, yeah, I just don't see the Patriots dropping this game. I think they'll win it pretty handily, 28-10 with so hard to pick a fantasy performer anytime the Patriots win or play.
Yeah, because you don't know. You don't know
It
who's even
could be
playing.
any one of their 16 running backs. It could
Rex
be
Burkhead, then it could be Julian Edelman,
that Harris kid, that other running back, Harris.
Damien.
Yeah, him. But I'm gonna say Edelman has the big game here.
Not too shabby. That's doable.
Maybe a touchdown, but I think he'll have like a lot of catches, a big catch game.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of disagree. I mean, I think Cam Newton, you talked about consistency earlier. When Cam Newton not automatically, right before the game, was it 2 weeks ago, whenever, however long ago it was, got a positive test for COVID, like 2 days before. They were like,
Yep.
hey, you're not playing. So he hasn't played. He hasn't even barely practiced with them. I think it's going to be, I'm going to say this before I say the score. Cam Newton's going to be your fantasy top performer. Cam Newton's going to run the football to get back in his groove that he lost during this fucking coronavirus
Well, that's what he was doing when he
debacle.
had the first 2 weeks when he had over 20 points, is because he was,
That's what I'm saying.
running the ball
He's
for
got to continue.
touchdowns.
He's got to continue that. And then in a few more weeks, you can see him pick up more with the passes. But until then, it's going to be a heavy dose of run the football. Cam Newton's your fantasy performer, and I think the Patriots do win this game handily. I think it's 31-10.
31-10. Get blown out. Ponies. Need the Chiefs to have a big division lead here. So this atrocity of a game, the Giants and the Redskins. I will give the Redskins one. Oh dang! Wait, the football team might be
Ooh, that's
canceled. But yeah, the football team, that's so ridiculous, dude. Like Washington. Two things about Washington.
Washington FTs.
Yeah, two things about Washington. Alex Smith, let's go. What a sight to see him
Right.
playing. He didn't really play that well. He threw for like 30 yards on 9 completions. It was
Was
like
his
just,
first game in
yeah, it was just like check down after check down after check down to JD, was it McKissick? And then,
Kissick.
yeah. And then, and they have a good D line. I think this defense is pretty good. So who you got here?
Chase Young was injured. Now he's back.
Who's that?
Chase Young.
Oh, he is back this week.
I believe so.
See, that's enormous.
So this is a my go. So this is honestly a tough one. Um, only because there's no Saquon Barkley. So many players are out or injured, or even with the Washington football team, who's playing quarterback? Allen. I mean, Allen couldn't move the damn ball with his life dependent on it last week when he was put in the game. So I got to stick with the Giants here. They do have a pretty decent offense. I think people sleep on Darius Slayton, Evan Ingram. I think it's going to be a close game, not a high scoring game. I want to say like 24-20. 24, yeah, 24-20 sounds about right to me. If you have one of these two teams, don't play any starters on fantasy football.
Maybe Darius Slayton though. I mean, hey, he's a big play guy.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. I mean, the Giants' offensive line is terrible. Then you have
Terrible
a
at
very
best.
good defensive line against Washington. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. Like I said, I think that was my score. My fantasy standout in this game, I'll go Darius Slayton. I'll agree with you there. He's gonna get. It's gonna be one of those games where I don't think Giants gonna be able to run the ball.
No, no, not at all. And for that reason, I think that the Redskins. Damn it, the freaking Washington football team. Like y'all just gotta do a better job at making a new name because, like, come on. But yeah, I think
Yeah,
Washington gets this
football
game,
team.
and I think it's because of that defense. I think they get after Daniel Jones early and often. I think that J.D. McKissick is going to be the fantasy performer.
Oh, surprise.
Yeah, just a random dude out there. I think
What about Antonio Gibson?
nah, he's a bum. Absolute trash.
I mean, I honestly haven't paid too much attention to him. He's not on my radar at all. He's not on my fantasy team. But as far as I recall, he's had some decent numbers.
Yeah, but I think McKissick is like the pass catcher, and I don't know if Gibson was out or
Do
what.
you think it's a quarter? Do you think it's a quarterback correlation thing?
Yeah, it depends on who's even playing. Alex Smith loves to check down the ball a lot. Kyle Allen doesn't even know how to play the quarterback
Not only
position.
that, but since Dwayne Haskins was benched,
I don't get why
maybe
they're benching
McKissick has
him.
done better than Gibson.
Like, all right, like we got my fanboy of Alex Smith out of the way, but to be real, is benching Dwayne Haskins for a 35-year-old, one and a half legged quarterback.
Got Kyle Allen.
Who cares about Kyle Allen? All right, like the kid's been in
Kyle
the
Allen played very well in Carolina under
yeah,
uh,
but he did not play well
Roy.
enough. Like, there's enough tape on Kyle Allen. Like players know, like they get it.
Okay,
Like,
but wait a second here.
why aren't you
Wait a
just
second here.
letting Haskins roll it out? Like you
Wait a
drafted the
second here.
kid.
Let me just end this bullshit of a conversation that you want to have. You're talking about Riverboat Ron. I gotta say, he knows what he's doing. Smart guy. I believe in him. I trust him. If he's doing that, and I don't agree with it, I get it. I'm not at practice.
But I'm saying, like, they're
It is
clearly
what it is.
not giving you a better shot at winning the football game over him. Like, you might as well just play him, see what he has.
Do you know that though?
Yeah, I just saw what Kyle Allen did, and I saw what Alex Smith did. I mean,
Yeah, but he was also just thrown into a game. I mean, that does something with your psyche. I think if Kyle Allen gets the start, he'll be fine. I think Kyle Allen does fit better in Riverboat offense than Dwayne Haskins does. Dwayne Haskins, he's not his quarterback.
this is Ron's first year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's not his quarterback. You
he
don't
didn't draft
care.
him.
Yeah, but it's like, ugh, I don't
They're going
know.
to trade him. They're going to trade
Imagine,
him. Well, we'll talk about that.
imagine. But anyway, that.
So, what was your score on this one?
Oh yeah, I think it'll be a low scoring game, like 17-7.
Okay,
But I
so you got
think
17-7. Ooh,
Washington, Washington, yeah, yeah,
Washington, and you got McKissick as your fantasy performer.
or low key Alex Smith. He's gonna ball out.
That's who you hope. That's who you're hoping for.
All right, so that comes to Baltimore and Philly. Philly at home. I, I don't. This doesn't look good for
Don't
Philly.
matter.
Like Philly is so terrible, dude. They have receivers that are like coming off the streets. Like
They're in the same boat as the Niners, man. There's so many
their O line is
injuries and
yeah, their O line is horrible.
oh shit.
Spontaneously
Pretty bad.
combusts. I'm gonna edit in like you just blowing up right there. Boo!
You know what you should do? You should edit a sneezing and have it full of Washington football team logos to see how garbage they are.
Right. Um. So yeah, this is my game. I think. Baltimore. I think Baltimore wins this pretty handily, like 35-14. And I think Mark Andrews balls out on him. The battle of some tight ends here with Zach Ertz.
Ooh, my boy. Zach Ertz, there's no competition there. Zach Ertz had one fucking fantasy football point last week, and the team that he plays for doesn't even want him there.
Yeah, it's just pretty horrible. I think Dallas Goddard better there for some reason.
Right. But let's see. This is my go. I do agree with you that Baltimore is going to walk away with it pretty handily. I think they're going to put up a 40 burger on these Cats, and I think Marquise Hollywood Brown will have a couple touchdowns, deep ones.
Dude, that sack of shit didn't score a touchdown all year, so I benched him last week and then scores his first touchdown. It's like he'll probably have a big game though.
It's not your year, man. Shit happens.
Yeah, tell me about it. He should have a big game. That everything about the Eagles is horrible, so Cleveland and Pittsburgh is actually now an intriguing game with the way Cleveland's been playing and the way Pittsburgh's been playing.
Right.
This all of a sudden this divisional game, it could be Baltimore.
Did you tell me your score and your fantasy thing for the Eagle game?
Yeah. 35-14 with Mark
That's why you
Andrews.
did it first. Okay.
Are you
Making sure
okay?
you forgot that one time. I'm making sure. I'm making sure because you forgot the one time. Bitch.
Damn, this kid got early onset
All right,
dementia,
let's go.
bro.
Ste- Steelers and Browns. Let's go.
Steelers and Browns. It's actually on you.
It's on me. Now you're
Yep.
gonna put this shit on me, huh? First off, I'll tell you this right now. I like the way the Browns are going. You're not gonna catch me slipping. I'm not gonna pick the Browns to win any fucking game in my picks.
All right.
It's gonna be
Imagine.
the Steelers are gonna take this game. Did you say early on shot dementia?
Yeah.
Steelers are gonna win this game. I think the score is gonna be not as high as you would think, but I think it's gonna be, I want to say 24. Oh, you know what? I take that back. Let's say 27-21. And I think the fantasy big dog in this one,
Ow,
I
ow,
want to say
ow, ow, ow.
James Conner.
James Garner, come with me if you want to live. I think,
Chase Claypool went off the
yeah, my boy got a new card in John Madden football, and he runs like he's got 10 pounds of
Yeah.
shit in his ass, so they did him dirty. He did have a monster
He
game,
is
though.
what the Niners want. He's what the Niners thought they had in Jalen Hurd.
Yeah, what a flop that was. I think this is going to be a close game. I think Pittsburgh's going to pull this one out. I think they're kind of gelling here with that offense. The defense playing pretty well. I think Cleveland fights. I think Kareem Hunt is actually the fantasy performer here. I think he gets into the end zone a
Yeah.
couple times. Has a good game. Has some catches out of the backfield. Kid's been balling. That's my boy. But I think Pittsburgh
Too
gets
shabby.
yeah. So Chicago and Carolina. I don't think anybody's watching this game. Jesus.
You know what though? They both have good records. I think one is 3-2. What is it? They have decent records though.
Yeah.
They're both above 500.
Yeah. I don't know how, but I mean, Mike Davis has actually been kind of balling, to be honest. He's had over 20 points in his 3 starts, I believe. I think over 20, like 22 plus, actually.
Now he's gonna see Khalil Mack.
Yeah, Khalil Mack's a freak of nature. Like, imagine getting smacked by that dude. He's 6'3". He's like 6'3", 240 of just fucking muscle, and he's hawking your ass down. I do think that the Panthers are going to win this game, though. I think it'll be like 24-17, and I think Mike Davis is going to be the fantasy performer. I think he's hot right now.
DJ Moore is getting hot too.
Yeah, that's probably why they got a winning record. Is like that team secretly has some weapons, even though CMC went out, Mike Davis stepped in, DJ Moore's been playing.
They do.
What's the other kid's name? Robbie Anderson. They got some weapons. Brady
Oh yeah,
Tidgewater's been
Robbie
playing
Anderson's a
okay.
beast.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take the Bears just because that defense to me is better. Their DBs are better. Um, so I give them the game just because of that. I'll say score wise, Carolina will put up some points, so they'll get say 31-24. I give it to the Bears in my fantasy. My fantasy performer, David Montgomery.
Even
Without
my
Tariq Cohen in, he gets a
Cohen's
few
out.
passes
Confirmed? Oh yeah, he is out.
for the year.
Yeah, forgot about that. And he just signed a new deal too. Get bopped.
Yep.
Isn't that? Oh, speaking of new deals, we didn't talk about this when we were talking about the Jets. I forgot to bring this up. Was Le'Veon Bell got paid like $28 million and never rushed for over 100 yards and only played like 15 games.
Right, I saw that. They're like, "Oh, dude made bank." He did. He made bank.
Get finessed, Jets.
And Gase.
Right, bum.
Gase.
So that brings us to Detroit and Minshew Mania and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguar.
You
So
or me?
I think it's me. I think the Jags win this, and I think my boy James Robinson is the fantasy standout. I think the Jags will put up some points here, man. I think it'll be like 28-21.
Ooh, that's not bad.
I think Kenny
James
Galladay has a big
Robinson.
game this week too, though.
Yeah, that's true. He probably will. I wonder if Marvin Jones still. I think he was out, wasn't he?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But anyway, so for me, I do have the Jacksonville Jaguars win this one and all the mustaches in their glory. I think it's going to be a high scoring affair, at least for Jacksonville. I think it's going to be 37-27.
Damn.
And the fantasy top performer is going to be LaVisca Chenault.
Not even sure if that's a real person. All right, so the Jets and the Dolphins are next here. And what do you say?
Jets and the Dolphins. I say this is a sad fucking game, and I don't know why we're even guessing who's going to win. Who cares? I think the Dolphins are going to win this game because they're just a better team.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and fucking say it. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to be the fantasy top performer.
Fitz
You dig it?
Magic. Yeah, one of
You
those
dig it?
rare games. He went off last week actually. He had like what, like three, four
Yeah,
touchdowns?
he went off because fucking the Niners don't have any fucking corners to guard anybody. He literally passed it to Brian Allen's side every fucking play until they took him out.
I just I don't get how like they played that terrible last week. I really don't. But
You know how many injuries the Niners have last year on defense?
probably about as many excuses as you have for them. So I think I
They have
got
excuses.
I got the
Anyway,
Dolphins too. I think no, I don't know if Devontae Parker's playing. I'm bugging.
I think he is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he's the top performer. I don't think they got anybody to stop him. I think Fitzmagic sends him a few bombs.
I could see that.
Bombs
next.
over Baghdad. Speaking of bombing it, Tom Brady in the fourth quarter last week, bomb against the Green Bay Packers. Right, four? Huh? What? Unlike when Mahomes went like four, because it was, oh, you put that bum Lamar Jackson ahead of me, and me four? Okay. But yeah, I got the Packers winning this game against the Bucks. They're just a better team. A Rod goes off. A Rod proves that he is a way better quarterback than Tom Brady ever could even fathom. And yeah, Aaron Rodgers, fantasy performer in a blowout win, 38-14, Green Bay.
Whoa.
Aaron Rodgers
Whoa.
comes out with a
Whoa.
statement game
Whoa.
with 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. In your
So
face,
Aaron
Tom
Rodgers
Brady.
is your top performer, and the Buccaneers defense that is very stout allows that's doable.
Yeah.
Insane to say the least.
Suck it, Brady.
I'm gonna say the Packers win this game. I'm gonna say it's closer than what you think. I think it's gonna be 38-30.
Doubt it. I don't see it.
I think the top fantasy performer is going to be Devontae Adams returning, and I think that
Is he back this week confirmed?
he's playing. Yeah, he's playing.
Confirmed? Who's your source to cite your source?
Never cite a source. First and foremost. Never give your sources up. But anyway, so I think Vita Vea is a huge fucking loss for the Buccaneers when he broke his fucking leg last week.
That's crazy. He broke his leg?
Yeah, dude.
I missed
In
that.
like the final like minute and a half of the game, of a blowout game. Not a blowout game, but anyways, it's still a minute and a half left of the game.
It's a lot of pressure on a broken leg when you're weighing 350. You need a healthy
Something like
leg.
that, yeah.
That's rough.
All right, what's the next game? What we got?
Uh-oh. We got the dumpster fire Niners against the Rams.
God, here we go. I don't even want to talk about this. Let's go. Is it mine or yours? Let's get this over with.
Yeah, I got the Rams with Cam Akers having his first big game of his NFL career and the fantasy performer 28-10. What?
I don't even want to talk about it. First and foremost, I'm not happy.
Oh, shit.
If I see a performance out of Jimmy G like that again, I will do absolutely nothing but get mad. But there's nothing I can do. I'm gonna be.
You think he's gone this year? You think they get rid of him if he plays like
this,
shit?
Absolutely. If he plays like this, absolutely.
Like, bro, you couldn't even
I think
complete
at
a
the end
pass to a Dolphins defense who was ranked like 30th or 31st, dude.
Now, and again, it's not making excuses because a lot of those passes were his fucking decision. But if you
Debo
look at
Samuel had like 6 targets for 1 catch. Like, where is he throwing this ball to?
if you do watch the game, he does look very uncomfortable in he wasn't putting pressure on the back foot with his ankle. He just wasn't putting pressure on it.
I mean, that's why the Chiefs benched Mahomes last year, is because he couldn't push off.
Yeah, that's exactly the same thing. So disappointing. Anyways, Faithful, I'm still going to stick with him. I don't see. I'm going to give this one to the 49ers, and
Imagine.
I only am because Kyle Shanahan really likes to fucking whoop on Sean McVay. I don't think Kyle Shanahan has lost to him yet.
Okay, kids creating WWE storylines into this.
Even when they were trash, dude always fucking shitted on Sean McVay like, "Oh, you're supposed to be a protege like me, fuck off." I think it's going to be like 24-20. No, fuck it. 24-21. Niners win with a field goal. I am the fantasy performer in this one.
Robbie Gold.
Fantasy performer.
Robbie Gold.
No, I'm going to give it to Debo. I'm going to give it to George Kittle. There's going to be a lot of George Kittle this game.
You think so?
Yeah. Which one of those linebackers is
Who's doing better right now in the season, Kittle or Kelsey? I know Kittle Kittle's out a couple of games.
Yeah.
Kittle had that monster game like 2 weeks ago, though.
If they put Jalen Ramsey on George Kittle, then they're just going to give the ball to Brandon Ayuk and Debo on the option play every fucking time. every fucking time.
So that brings us to a pair of Monday night games because of all this freaking COVID nonsense. It's supposed to wait, say Thursday or to Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
So tomorrow was supposed to be the Buffalo and KC game, but that's been moved
Oh,
six
I
hundred
forgot about
times.
that.
Yeah. So first up, we got we'll do that last. We'll do Dallas and Arizona, and that game starts at 8:15. I only say that because the Chiefs and Buffalo game is on at 5 Eastern.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
I like it though, because as soon as
Yeah.
I get home, the game's on.
Yeah, fuck waiting around until midnight for this game to end, bro. I want Buffalo to get that ass whooped immediately.
Which game are we talking about here first?
Dallas and Arizona.
All right, Dallas and Arizona. Whose go is it?
I was
Your go.
yours. Okay, mine. I'm gonna give this game to Arizona pretty handily. You know, that defense in Dallas is terrible. Arizona has a good offense. They have a good team. 31-14 Arizona with, and this is just out of pure hope and prayers, but I got Kenyon Drake having his first his first big game. He had 13 surprisingly last week for me fantasy points, which was by far his best performance of the season. I don't know why they're giving the ball to Chase Edmonds so much, bro. Like, give me a break, man.
Better.
But what do you think
So,
here?
anyways, my go. So I'm gonna say Arizona's easily taking this ball game. I think it's gonna be 34-17, and I think the fantasy performer is gonna be Chase Edmonds.
Good. Could very easily be, honestly. Like, goddamn.
It's because they're gonna go up in the game. They're gonna try to run the clock out, and they're not gonna want to use their starter, so they're just gonna run the ball with Chase Edmonds.
I don't even know if they have a starter there at this point. They fucking share time like 50-50, dude. And they take, it seems like they take Edmonds, it seems like they put Edmonds in the red zone situations, like how we were talking about Gurley.
Right.
So that's kind of annoying to me.
All right, here we go. Game of the week.
Game of the week, which actually, after reviewing these games, it honestly is. Not even,
yeah, definitely is.
not even any bias shit, but
Yeah, the only other game that comes close is Tom Brady against Aaron Rodgers.
yeah. So this is game of the week. KC and Buffalo. And who you got?
This one's tough. I don't think you're gonna like it. So Buffalo's coming off of a loss and they're pissed off. If you let me take this back a few weeks because we missed last week. A few weeks ago, I said the Ravens were pissed off, so they're gonna beat the Chiefs. Well, they didn't end up doing that. So the Bills are pissed off. They're gonna fucking lose. Josh Allen didn't look good this week. I think the problem with Josh Allen, in my opinion, is when the game is under the big lights on the TVs and there's people watching, whether it be prime time, whether it be playoff, whether it be Thanksgiving, doesn't fucking show up.
Yeah. Nope. He's not a big game performer.
That to me is a problem.
That's literally what separates quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
Like consistency, big games, like turnovers, all that shit. Like that's what separates tiers of quarterbacks. Like I don't know if everybody like
I heard in our group chat there were some people, and I still have phone numbers listed, not names, so I can't tell you who the fuck it is. So I gotta ask you who keeps talking about trading people, because I might have to get a hold of them.
Oh, it's Hank. It's Henry. Hank.
So,
yeah.
But anyways, so I see people on there saying, well, Josh Allen didn't have a bad game. It was off the receiver's hands, and that was one of the picks. I get it. But if you throw the ball behind a receiver on every fucking play, the receiver's not going to be able to catch it.
Yeah, he had that one ball it was a tough throw, but the one pass over the middle was on third down. The receiver had to
Wasn't a tough throw.
Well, it was in traffic, is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, but
it's a
you're
throw.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, it's a
You're
throw you're
Josh Allen.
supposed to make.
You throw it into his fucking chest. You don't throw it behind him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I've always said about Josh Allen is like, he does. He has two like marks against him for me. He has poor decision making skills, which this year he's cleaned up. You know, in comparison to previous years.
Too many sacks though.
Yeah, he eats a lot of sacks, still like bonehead mistakes, and then he misses a lot of throws too, like a lot of throws that you really should have.
I'm okay with that though. I'm okay with missing. I'd rather you miss. For example, put yourself on the 35-yard line.
His receivers did drop like 8 passes though.
Right, and I get that, but hear me out. If you're put yourself on the 35-yard line, the other team's 35-yard line, and you throw a deep ball to the left, your wide receiver is just doing a go route. I would rather you throw that through the back of the end zone where no one catches it, or rather than throw it behind somebody and throw a pick. I'm okay with the passes that didn't touch anybody's arms. It just means it's either our chance or no one's. That's okay with me. But when you're giving everybody a chance,
Yeah,
not only just on interceptions, but you're scrambling and obviously no one's open, just fucking throw it away, but you scramble for minutes and get sacked. I don't like that.
right. Just get rid of the ball, make a decision.
Just live to play another down. It's all about in worst case scenario, what you punt and you win field position.
Right. Yep. He's got situational football. That's some things. Just cleaning up those things a little bit. But
Yeah, so okay, so I didn't give you a score or nothing yet. Score is tough. And Mahomes puts up points. So I think it's going to be 37-24. I think the fantasy performer
37-24, who? Chiefs?
Chiefs.
Okay. I wasn't. We were
So I said
talking.
the Bills are pissed off. The Bills are pissed off, and when you're pissed off, I was proven wrong last time. When you go, it's like when you go into a fight pissed off, you lose. You get emotional.
Yeah, I mean, Chiefs coming off a loss too. They're going to be hungry. They did like a couple like bonehead mistakes, like just blown coverages. That's why they lost that game. And oh my God, like, dude, if you're a professional announcer working for fucking CBS and the NFL, and you say on a live broadcast that you're happy that a blatant pass interference was not called, bro, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Like, it was a bomb to Tyreek Hill. The safety comes in, clearly mauls him before the ball is even close to being there. And that would have extended the drive. It would have put us in scoring position. Instead, I think we punted that drive because the next play, Kaiser dropped a first down. But it's like, bro, you're a professional announcer, and you're literally saying that you're happy that a team like, and this announcer, I'm not even kidding you, like he was dick riding Oakland all game. Like every chance he got, he was just slurping them. And then he's talking about how he's happy that a penalty wasn't called. What?
This is the typical you. You go on this rant about something that doesn't fucking matter.
It mattered. It cost us a lot of, dude. It cost us a big game.
It's a game.
Or a big
16.
But I'm saying, as an announcer, you got to do better. Like you got to do better than that as an announcer, bro. That's all. Like, that shit had me fucking tilted. But I got the Chiefs winning this game.
No shit.
Like,
score.
I think they come out hot, and I think
Nick's not impartial, by the way. Manny. Nick is not impartial.
I'm literally the most impartial. I speak facts. Just because what I say is a fact, and I happen to be impartial to that fact.
Okay. Let's back that up a little bit. You do speak facts. I will give that to you 1,000%, but you only give 1/10 of the facts because it's
still a fact.
The facts on your side instead of both.
I'm like CNN. I give the fact that is skewed toward my view, or like
BNPR, my friend, BNPR.
nah, nah, but I believe that's facts. I mean, like at the end of the day, like I'm not lying here. Like you gotta, like, bro,
You're a homer.
you
You're a
can't say
total
that,
homer, though.
dude. I'll
You're
give
a
it.
total homer.
I'm not. I'll give it to people when they deserve it. But I'm not gonna sit here and say Oakland played a great game. Nah, like we played shit defense, dude. We couldn't get to the like they blocked well. We couldn't get to the quarterback. I'll give them that.
You're a homer.
But I got KC winning like 34 to like 20, maybe at the best. 17. Buffalo can't score more than 17.
Literally what I just said, isn't it? I said 24.
I don't know. I don't pay attention when you talk.
That makes sense. Who's your fantasy performer?
I think Kelsey comes out here and just murders the Bills. There's nobody on that team that can guard him. Like zero
Oh,
people.
right. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that. That's true.
Matt Milano's out. They're not. What are they gonna? Well, I already know what they're gonna do. So this is how they're gonna play Kelsey. They're gonna use Edmonds and shade over Hyde with them, right? Because Edmonds is
I
six.
wonder if Tre'Davious White's gonna play.
Oh, well, he only backed out because because he's like he wasn't even going to play this season. Aaron was telling me about this. White wasn't even going to play this season, but then he played, and then
I know he wasn't.
with how hot the Titans were with testing, he didn't want to play with the Titans. So he was just like, "I'm good."
So that he might not play with the Chiefs either.
I think he'll play.
Right. You have Sherman who tested positive, and you have
Sherman didn't test positive. He's just hurt.
Oh, he didn't. He was just. Oh, I thought he was on the COVID list.
No, see, teams are just taking advantage of that new injured reserve thing. It's injured reserve / COVID.
It's a condensed.
Yeah,
It's a condensed. It's like three-week period. Yeah.
he had like a stinger or something.
So before we close this up, let's do something different at the end of this. Each week, I suggest after our picks, you and I come up with one trade, whether it's just a person you think is going to be traded, or if you can give the full scope of the trade, who's going for who, or even what teams are involved. Just give us, let's talk about what we think is going to happen before the trade deadline comes along week 9. So let's see. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I thought it's always been week 9. Did they bump it?
I think it's week 9. Or is it week 12?
No, it's definitely not week 12. But you can go.
All right. So so if I say, I want to just preface this new segment, I guess. For example, if I say, let's just say Jimmy G. If I say Jimmy G is going to be traded or something like that, next week I can come in and say he's going to be traded to a different team. It's just a different trade option, so you can do that. But that is going to be my focal point is the 49ers quarterback position today, only because I'm very upset, disappointed, pissed off, and disgruntled that we lost to the motherfucking Miami Dolphins. We lost to the Miami Dolphins.
That's pretty rough.
That's that.
Pretty brutal.
Before that, we lost to the Eagles. So, injuries aside, Kyle Shanahan's supposed to be a good coach, good offensive mind. So they need to get this shit back on track. So my suggestion for the San Francisco 49ers, and I'm not even going to say one player, I'm going to give you a couple. This is my trades the Niners should go get top 3 quarterbacks. Number 1, Matthew Stafford. And number 1, I mean, is not the top, so I'll say number 3. Number 3 is Matthew Stafford. I think he would be a good fit with his arm. And Detroit might start over after they fire old boy Patrick. What's his name over there?
What's Detroit's record this year? I don't think they just get rid of Stafford, would they?
If they're rebuilding, if they bring in a new coach, the new coach is not going. He's going to want his own, especially if you have a top 5 pick where you can get a good quarterback in the draft. Why not? And I'm just saying this. You never know. This is if Detroit loses the next 5 games. 4 games, whatever. Matthew Stafford's one. I'm going to say another one could be Mitchell Trubisky. I kind of could see how Kyle Shanahan would like his mobility. And you don't need much of a prowess to play in,
What do you
Kyle
think?
Shanahan's offense.
What do you think? I don't know if they trade for Mitchell Trubisky, but what do you think? Like the haul is for Trubisky?
Not much. Late
No,
round pick.
late.
Late round pick. Yeah.
What's his head from the fucking Dolphins? That scrub got traded for like a second round pick, and he was a bust too.
He never got a chance to start as much as Mitch. Mitch was handed the keys to the Bears.
I guess.
Mitch was handed the keys to the Bears and said, the team is yours. Josh Rosen never got that.
True. You said you had another one? 3?
So, yeah, number 2 is Mitchell Trubisky. Number 1, and what, in my opinion, they should do, and this would help Kyle Shanahan get rid of the stigma of both times in the Super Bowl losing a lead, and the quarterback will get rid of the stigma because he did the same thing with Kyle Shanahan and Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan's hooping this year, though.
They're already 0-4, 0-5, 1-5, whatever the fuck they are, 1-4, whatever. I think they're 0 something. They're trash.
Right. It's not because of him, though. I don't think.
And you're right, it's not. But Atlanta, I could see blowing it up because they just fired their GM.
I feel
Thomas
like
Dimitroff. They fired the GM and Thomas Dimitroff. They fired their coach, Dan Quinn. I can see them blowing it up. I can see him traded Julio Jones. I can see him traded Matt Ryan, and I can see him starting over. Why not? You already have one of the top 3 picks in the draft this coming year.
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I don't know if they blow it up though. I don't have any elaborate trading schemes like you do because you're so fed up with Jimmy G here. But I think one player that could be on the move. I'm not sure to who. I won't necessarily say to who, but I'll say like a playoff contender is AJ Green. I think the Bengals finally move him.
I heard, and I don't know, I didn't see a clip yet, but I did read somewhere that there was a clip that during the game, I don't know whether it was on the field or off the field, he made the comment and said to them, just fucking trade me or something to that nature.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about all that, but I mean, it just makes sense. He's been talked about for the last few seasons. I mean, it's the Bengals have
I mean,
young
I can see him
receivers.
saying that. He's getting blown the fuck out by the Ravens, whoever it was last week, and you're upset. You're on a shitty ass team your entire career.
Trying to think of who's a playoff team that needs a receiver. Like when you said the Ravens, I'm like, oh yeah, they need a receiver, but they would never trade him in division.
I mean, yeah. I mean, a receiver, that's tough. A playoff caliber team that needs a receiver is hard to find, dude.
Right. Usually,
Maybe there's an injury that happens though. I mean, you know who can use a receiver is Green Bay. That's the only team that comes to my mind.
yeah. All Green Bay has is fucking 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" receivers too, so he'd fit right in.
Right.
Lazard is 6'5". I think Adams is a little smaller. I don't know. Devontae Adams is like 6'4", ain't he? Yeah, he's taller. He's big.
I thought it was like 6'2".
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know I don't really know where he could go, to be honest. Like,
It's tough because he's on the franchise tag, so it's a lot of money you'd pay for.
oh, AJ is? Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot they tagged him. What a knucklehead move that was.
So you're paying a lot of money for someone that you're only going to have for the next, let's say, half a season.
Yeah, nix that. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. I forgot he was on the tag.
Well, the good thing about this is that now we're going to do this again next week for next week's pick. So now you got time between now and then to come up with your own trade.
Fact. Casey needs a corner. I'll say that. Maybe I'll look into some cornerbacks who are some value.
Yeah, there are none. Trust me, Niners have looked.
But I don't want like a big name. I want a guy who we can, who's like, okay, we'll give you, a fifth rounder and we'll do something with him.
You know the Chiefs? Well, no, because it's AFC. It would be neat if the Chiefs traded for Stephon Gilmore.
No, they would want way too much for him. Like I
I
said,
know.
I want somebody who's like, and I killed us last week too, not having Snead's speed on the field. That's what really murdered us was Ruggs and Aguilar running those deep routes because our speed guy Snead was out. Like fuck.
Well, your secondary's whack.
Yeah, you're a whack bitch. Let's wrap it up.
All right. Ho.
All right, good wrap up.
No, we gotta definitely come up with more picks next week. You guys drop us a line here on YouTube or wherever. Let us know if there's any specific segments you want us to talk about, or if there's any different trades you think is going to happen, and maybe we can bring them up next time. I got Manny on here. I want to give a shout out to for watching and for joining in the show. Yeah, hit us up. We like having this. Let us know about how you feel about our picks. Obviously, mine are better. Mix is garbage.
Obviously. Yeah.
But, thanks for having us, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.
Later.